shloka is there. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langhayate girim, yat krupa tamaham vande, paramananda madhvam. Andre, muka andre, the one who is, who cannot speak, dumb. Mukam karoti vachalam. Vachalam andre, a dumb can start speaking. Mukam karoti vachalam. Pangum langhayate girim. Pangum is a lame person, one who has lost his leg. Andre, limping person, lame person. So Pangum langhayate girim. That same God who can make the dumb person speak and a lame person walk. Yat krupa, tam aham vande. So the grace that can make a dumb speak and a lame walk, I shall bow down to him. Paramananda Madhavam. And he is none other than Paramananda Madhavam. Andre, Lord can, if we pray and if we have devotion, he can do the impossible. With his grace, any impossibilities can become just a possibility. So just make use of that. So, idu one shloka. Next time we can actually this you can experiment this. Mukam karoti vachalam andre dumb can speak andre need not be physically dumb. That also miracles may happen or have happened. But much more than that is a person who has fear to speak, to tell something. With his grace, he will start speaking, he will become upfront, he won't get scared of anybody. It makes him fearless and speak out whatever he feels like. So this way also we can interpret. Lame person walking antandre, lame, kuntanu nadibodu. Bhagavantan hesar tagondre, people have done so many miracles have happened. Swami Rama, there is one statement where there is one Samarth Ramdas, not Swami Ram. Samarth Ramdas, I think I have heard this when I was very small, many years ago. One of them, we can take it that way. So ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಂತೆ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತಂತೆ. He never ತಳ್ಳಗಿದ್ರಂತೆ ಅವ್ರು. He had gone on a pilgrimage and he had become a sannyasi. He was always devoted. Suddenly they said, you run. He ran and he won the show. Andre he never ran with such a speed. But a moment again, when he had to participate in just a group of, some people had gathered, early 20th century, maybe 40s or 50s it was. Avaga, he ran, it seems. I heard that. He didn't even know how he could run. He was just in that Atma Bhava, and anything is possible. And so that is called as Mukam Karoti Vachalam. When I went to Tirupati recently, about a month ago, we keep going to Tirupati whenever we feel like, without booking, just like that, me and my husband. Avaga, we just thought we should walk. Then I don't walk regularly. Now I have again started. I was thinking, how is it possible? Hengagtade. Then one lady came. Her son was photographing. He was a professional, amateur, but he was very expert. So tagolta nintidlu avಳು, one Tamilian old lady. She told, don't be worried. Venkateshwara will take care. Climb, madam. So we climbed 3,000 steps without my just govinda ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು 100 steps ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. Then I was actually remembering this shloka. Pangum Langhayavi. I am also like a lame person who is not accustomed to walk, but somehow I made it. I mean, he made it. Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, madam. Even in Satya Sai Baba Charitradalli, one incident ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ತರ.
Alva?
Revenue officer comes to check him. He was limping.
Okay.
He could not get up from his chair. So he said to Sai Baba to come down. Sai Baba says, you come here.
You come. Okay.
You come here. So with difficulty, he starts going. And as you keep steps, his steps improve.
Yeah.
When he goes to Sai Baba, he was almost normal. Normal.
Yeah. So these are all validation, Allah. It validates that it is possible. Nodri, you are telling a very important example, and my own this one. Amel salpa no, but I never thought I can go. So that trust in God Pangum langhayate girim. Girim under mountain. It can make a lame person cross a mountain, or he may climb, just exactly like what sir said and what my experience was. So it is possible. Anything is possible. And the Torusleka iveredu example. So with that, we shall go to so anything is possible. Whenever we are in distress, if we trust, completely surrender and call him, that super conscious or the consciousness has immense power, infinite power it is. It only wants to turn inwards and surrender. That's all. And Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಭಕ್ತರು. I'm not able to recollect who's the devotee. Just today actually I read. So can we really, does he really answer our prayers? And 100% he will answer, but you must have devotion. And you must turn to him. How many people will show that bhakti? ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಹಂಸರು. So it is, anything is possible with God because he is a fountain, perennial source of energy, infinite perennial source, perennial energy. Just a connection is required, but very few people will understand that. If we understand, then we are blessed. If we understand and if we go in that direction, definitely it is possible. So with that, we will get on to the last chapter. We have come to chapter 8. Idರಲ್ಲಿ we have discussed first 10 shlokas. This is called Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. That means this is a yoga of liberation. Yoga of liberation and sannyasa. Further clarity he is giving. We started this sannyasa and householder, what is best, and the Arjuna has been asking Krishna throughout. Because Krishna gets that impulse that I should leave this, it is so difficult thing for me to handle, fighting my own people. So let me just quit and go. He is waiting that Krishna tells him to leave, get rid of this and that. But Krishna, no, he insists that you stay. You stay here. It's running is not the answer. Quitting is not the solution. How beautiful is this example for us? No, never quit, never quit. So he goes on giving lot of explanations, clarifications, just rationality for whatever he says, and Arjuna starts getting convinced. But again, in the end, he will ask sannyasa mattu tyaga. What is the difference? What is called tyaga? What is called sannyasa? So Krishna says sannyasa is giving up everything, but how do you give up? And that is the question here. So he says, giving up fruits of action. Karma phala tyaga. Sangam tyaktva, phalam tyaktva. Tyaktva means after having given up. Tyajya, tyaga, tyaktva is past tense. So having given up the fruits of action, having given up the attachment to actions, doership, giving up doership, with all that defines what is tyaga. Once you give up this, you are as good as sannyasa. That means you are in this world, yet you are practicing sannyasatva only. It is as good as, and sometimes it is greater than sannyasa, because these challenges you are facing, that doesn't undermine the role of sannyasis in our society, because when they have done everything, like Shankaracharya, Swami Vivekananda, and all the monks of Sri Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Nirbhayananda Saraswati or Swami Sarva Priyananda, all the Gautamanandaji, all they have done a lot of homework. Even ISKCON, we have got great saints, so they all have done a lot of homework. So now they have dedicated completely to selfless service. They are also acting. They have not gone in seclusion. They are still amongst us and serving the people. So that also comes under tyaga. So you are wearing a orange robe, but still you are not with family, but you are still among the people. You have not gone away, because they have taken I told you last time, desire prompted actions. That means their desires are selfless desires, and they always remain in Atma Bhava, that is consciousness, and they also give up the fruits of action, because it doesn't matter to them, whether they win, they lose. Their life is dedicated for the welfare of others. Loka Sangraha and Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Sarva Bhuta means all living organisms, living entities. Sarva Bhuta Hita, their main purpose is Sarva Bhuta Hita. Rate means engaged in. They're always engaged in that. So that is one sect of population, people, and another is people like us. So whatever you are doing, Do not have any desire, selfish desires we should not have. We should not have attachment, and we should give up the fruits of no expectations. Fruits of action should be given up. Act as per the niyatam, that means as per your roles and responsibilities prescribed by the scriptures or guidelines or constitution or whatever is applicable. Understand that, act accordingly. Means follow the rules, follow the law of the land, don't deviate, and give your 100%, but don't expect. So this is what Krishna says, and we had left at that point. And now let us take up, we had finished ninth shloka, and then Krishna in the end, he says that what type of tyagas? Three types of tyagas are there. Tyaga means, if we take tyaga as a giving up, broad sense of giving up. So if that is called as tyaga, then what are the different types? There's tamasic tyaga, rajasic tyaga, sattvika tyaga. Tamasika tyaga is when out of your delusion, ignorance, laziness, you give up your mandated responsibilities. You don't want to do whatever is there. You do as per your whims and fancy, without any adherence to any guidelines. You do whatever comes to your mind. No, ನಮ್ಮಿದ್ರ ಹೇಳೋರಿಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳೋರಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತು ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I am not accountable. I am not reporting to anybody. I live on my own terms. You can live, provided you adhere to the mandated prescribed responsibilities, which will define your role at home, in your society, in your workplace. So that if you follow, then you are sattvic, but otherwise you are tamasic. Rajasic people, they know, and tamasic people are not even aware. They don't even bother to know what they are supposed to do. They are not bothered, and they think these are all old-timeish, not applicable. It's very difficult. You don't think it is. We don't think it's applicable to us. The Rajasic people, they know it very well. We know we have to take care and all that, but not possible, because I have my own problems. I have my own job. I have my own set of issues with me. How can I handle? But how can I handle one responsibility X, Y, Z? But those unfortunately will be compulsory, obligatory responsibility. But still they don't want to do. They're aware, but they give up that responsibility because it affects their health, their personal space. So that is called Rajasika Tyaga. They are doing Tyaga not in the right way. They are giving up something, but which is not correct. In these two categories, nothing good will happen. Anta Krishna ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. But there is another category of people who will say, this is work I have to do. No emotionalism, objectively, whether people appreciate me or not, I have to do my work. Tomorrow I may get scolding. Third day I may get appreciation. Least bothered. I am more concerned that I should go on. I should work my work. I should do my work. And I get satisfaction working. And because this is prescribed for me, and I am not attached, and I leave everything to God. ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ತ್ಯಾಗ. This is the real tyaga, and that will lead to liberation. Actually, liberation. That is the first step for liberation. And then if you do, so karma phala tyaga is a real sannyasa anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ Krishna. Now, in continuation, so if you observe this chapter, he is giving lot of importance to action. Because he knows anyway you are acting. You're working. Acting andre not acting that way. You're acting means you're performing. Because as a human being with a little bit of buddhi, we are working for our food, for our shelter, and purushartha, we know dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Idu purushartha descript adi bitru kuda. You are doing one. You cannot stay idle. However lazy you are, at least you should take your bath and brush your teeth and go to your ablutions. At least that much you have to do. So whatever actions we do, how to convert that into spiritual, anta Krishna beautifully he says. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Just change your mindset. That's all. Just change in your attitude. So ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥ್ರೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಪಸ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜಪಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಧ್ಯಾನ ಏನೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. He is only telling how you should work. So that is why 9 volumes are written by Swami Vivekananda, complete works of Vivekananda. One whole volume is on how secret of work ಅಂತ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಇದೆ, one volume. I have all the volumes. If anybody wants, you can borrow and you can return. they don't cost much. I think 1800 rupees you get 9 volumes. It's available on Amazon. Complete works of Swami Vivekananda. Treasure it is, I tell you, how to work on that. You see, and we are all working. So now he says, and you can relate all these shlokas to yourself and people around you. Both. ನಾವು ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ತಪ್ಪು ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಬೋತ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಟು ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. In the past we would have done some good, some bad, today some good, some bad. So it gives a very good reference document for us to work on ourselves. Na dveshtya kushalam karma kushalena nushajjate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayaha. Meaning of this is, the tyagi means one who wants to, who gives up, renouncer. If you want to call him renouncer, I want to give up anta ankold. Who is in sattvic mode, and who is medhavi, who is wise, and he doesn't have any doubts. What does he do? Andre his attributes. So are, he doesn't hate any work which is disagreeable. For a common man, it may be disagreeable. For him, no. He doesn't hate that. Nor he is attached to agreeable one. Andre dveshta kushalam karma. Na dveshtya kushalam karma. Okay? He doesn't hate. Na dveshti akushalam. Na dveshti akushalam. When you combine, it becomes na dveshtya kushalam. So na dveshti, he doesn't hate. Kushalam means disagree. Akushalam, sorry. Akushalam means that which is not, I don't like it. Agreeable. And many people don't like it. That is not an agreeable work at all. Antaddanna he will not hate. Many people love to do that. So that he will not be over attached. I only want to do. I like to do. I'm good at it. I should do. Others should not get chance. Adu illa. He takes both in the same approach. And who is such a person? He is sattvika tyagi. Tyagi sattva samavishto means sattva. Who is endued with sattva, sattvikate. We discussed in the previous shloka. No? So obviously, who is sattvika tyagi? Who gives up the attachment and fruits of action, no expectation. So avanige any work you give, he will take it with the same flavor. He enjoys doing whatever you give. Okay? And he is medhavi. Medhavi andre enu anta we will see. Chinna samshaya, he doesn't have any doubt, and he is intelligent. He is sattvic, he is intelligent, he doesn't have any doubt. He any doubts andre, he is very clear about how he should do, what he should do, how he should complete that work. Again, we are concentrating here on work or actions. So this is about a person who works with sattvic mode. How does he work? There is nothing which he likes. Agreeable na disagreeable andre likes and dislikes illa. Neen ene kelsa kodu nan martini. So here Krishna brings one aspect which Swami Vivekananda also says, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, no work is inferior. No work is inferior. Even the cobbler, if he is doing work with a sense of detachment and as God's work, with complete involvement, with no attachment, he is as good as a scientist in NASA. He is as good as if a scientist in NASA or anybody, I'm just giving an example, a space scientist or something extraordinary person, if he does with lot of attachment and claims the fruits of his action, andre award barbeku, I should be given Nobel Prize, I should be a Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, athara itkondu, if he does a very extraordinary work, that Krishna will not appreciate when as compared to a small cobbler who does his work efficiently. Efficiently, he prepares shoes, he enjoys his work, he gets completely involved with utmost detachment. Are ಎಷ್ಟು beautiful, God's grace, it has been done. Krishna Arpana andre, I am talking about highest ideals. because to achieve that state is not easy. But this is what it means. It doesn't differentiate the type of work. It tells sattvika karma tyaga, renouncing refers to the attitude with which you give up the expectation. So no work. So ನಾಳೆ ಅವನು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ somebody may say go and when he loses everything, ಯಾರ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇ ಬಿ he is asked to do a very simple clerical job, everything goes. COVID time ಅಲ್ಲಿ so many people lost their properties, earthquakes, so many lost their properties. Why we hear of Kashmiri Pandits, how they become refugees? Nothing is guaranteed in this world. Today we are living luxuriously ankoli. Next day we may be reduced to a pauper. I am not exaggerating. We have seen people in the history also. Raja becomes a very, very, very ordinary person. He becomes, he is imprisoned. He is taken over by his enemy. So today whatever is there may not be there tomorrow. Avaga, the type of work that you do, it will automatically, maybe you will be asked to clean somebody's toilet. We should be prepared. Nothing is inferior because everything is God's work. I'm not exaggerating. This is a fact. So even in our work, simple work, for example, I will tell you my own example. When I started teaching, I would hate evaluation. I would hate correcting. I would love to take lectures. I would hate. I'm sure many of you now, as we grow, we understand the importance of assessments, how deeply we are. But when we were new, papers bantu, idu mugisbeku, that was annoying. I will use properly. I would get annoyed with paper evaluation. I only like to take lectures, prepare this, ask questions, interact. ಅದು ಚಂದ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಹುಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ನಂದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಬಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ನೀನ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡು. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಲೈಕ್ ನೋಬಡಿ ವುಡ್ ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. I give similar example. And some people don't like to, at home, they don't want to do dishes. Washing dishes, they don't like. Cooking, they don't like. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಡಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಸೇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸೇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು, we don't like this. So if we have these likes and dislikes, then we are bound a mokshada hatra, opposite direction. Any work you do, we should enjoy. Because every small work is important. In fact, Swami Vivekananda says, extraordinary work any damn fool will do anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ his statement ಅಲ್ಲಿ. If you want to assess the greatness of a man, you observe the small tasks he does, how beautifully he will do, how skillfully he will do small tasks. Give him small task and assess and see how he does. That defines the greatness of a man anta Swami Vivekananda statement. So beautiful, because that shows how much of patience he has, how much he gets involved. Even preparing a simple cup of coffee, cup of tea, arranging the vessels, adu eshtu involve agi ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, that defines work ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಂಗೆ then if we develop that tendency to do whatever is given to me, I will do well anta bandaga, automatically we will do it. But it is not so easy, because he says sattva samavishtu, adak sattvikate beku, sattwika attitude beku. Sattwika attitude barodu bari kelsa is one of the major ways by which we become sattvic, by developing this attitude. Apart from that, we must also have spiritual practice and other things. And then he becomes a medhavi. A medhavi can do this, and more you do this, you become medhavi. So who is a medhavi? Medha means intelligent. Madam is with us and she defines it aptly. It suits her also. So intelligence defines a medha. Such a man is intelligent. This intelligence is not an ordinary intelligence, it defines intelligence as an energy. Intelligence energy ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, IQ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Usually it becomes, we think intelligence is IQ. Commonly we use that word. But medha is something, they would have talked about buddhi, buddhi is intelligence. No, buddhi is intellect here, intellect, discrimination. See, our Vedanta has got much, much deeper psychological terminology, psychological faculties in the brain. It is not as simple as eyes, ears, nose, physiology. No, it doesn't end there. Higher brain functions we call, no, we say memory, intelligence, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಬ್ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೇಧ it talks about psychic energy ante psychic energy which can be refined. IQ is not fixed, it can grow. I don't know whether you agree. IQ can also increase, and here I link it, Swamiji has not. SQ anta and baratte, spiritual quotient, that adds value to this IQ, and probably Medha refers to spiritual quotient. A person with that spiritual quotient, the spiritual quotient is well known, but in this commentary Swamiji has not given, but he has given very beautiful description of Medha. Medha Shakti andre a refined psychic energy, and that energy is required whenever you perform work effectively, efficiently. And more we focus on that. See, this is a trade, this is a secret of Indian philosophy, which if we follow more sincerely, our productivity increases both at home, outside, with people, relationship, everywhere. Relationship kuda Medha Shakti apply madri, how beautifully you can convince another person. Because this is a unique special Shakti which Shankaracharya defines ante Medhavi andre Medhaya ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಲಕ್ಷಣಯ. ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಧಾಯ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಲಕ್ಷಣಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಧಾ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಧಾ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ Medha is that intelligence which has touched the Atman. How beautiful. I was thrilled to read this statement. Intelligence that has touched the Atman. See, where is the Atman? Atman is beyond, superconscious, and the Atman is everywhere. That universality, acceptance, purity of the mind, everything is defined as Atman, isn't it? So that intelligence, if it touches the Atman, that becomes an extraordinary energy, psychic energy, and it can be refined. More you do sadhana or spiritual practice, more your Medha Shakti will grow. So, if it is just an average intelligence and you don't focus on not particularly Atman, but your development of your heart, andre altruism, if you don't develop that, you have intelligence and you have altruism, that combination will create more Medha Shakti. In simpler words, if you have altruism, that is nothing but going towards Atman only, welfare of others, thinking about others, being less selfish, not expecting, smiling, keeping good moods, no negativity, all this defines closeness to Atman. Idu nam intelligence na refine madbidutte. You are born with some intelligence, and every human being has his own intelligence. You add this value to that, it becomes a flavored Medha, that is Medha Shakti. So this can be andre purification of the mind will add Medha Shakti. In other words, purification of the mind. How do we become pure? We grow, we evolve. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ. And that Medha Shakti gives clarity on how we have to work. Look at that. ಎಷ್ಟರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ವೇದಾಂತ evolved ಅನ್ಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. This psychology, how much it has evolved. We think of small things, because you see every day when we have interaction, no, andre as long as we don't work together, human beings are good. ದೂರದಿಂದ hi bye, she is such a nice person, he is such a nice person, ಏನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಂದ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರ್ರಿ ಅವರು, how both of you start working, then comes the real stay under the same shelter, start working together. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದು ನಾನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, I know this works in this way. No, it doesn't work like that. Very simple trivial issues we end up fighting in institution, organization, outside, even treatment protocols, and anything you do in any office, any organization, anywhere, even in the what I should say, governance, everywhere there's always conflict. And if the individuals are immature, limited to, they're highly intelligent, both, let us say two individuals highly intelligent, but no medha, no psychic energy, or no altruism or something. They end up fighting, distancing, and the work also does not happen. It gets stagnated. Ali ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಹೂಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಧಾರವಾಡ, ಚಂದ್ರಮಲ್ಲಿಕರ್, ಅದು ಒಬ್ರು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಏನೋ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವೆಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೆದರ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನಾವು ಮೈ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬಸ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ traffic. That was the intention of a BJP person. He started. Now Congress came, they stopped it. They stopped the flyovers. They stopped something. Stagnation. Why? Because two individuals are opposite. The opinions are not matching. Because opposition party, they are not interested in the benefit of the people. They are interested in fighting. That intelligence is lower intelligence, which argues with lot of rationality, with lot of logic, with lot of evidence, everything, which is not supported by a selfless desire. It is self-centric. I have to prove myself. That is an ordinary intelligence. No doubt, intelligence only. He speaks well, he talks well, he gives instructions, all that is there. But does he have Medha Shakti? He will not have. Medha Shakti means we have to think. It is a luminous energy in there. Something which is very luminous. When you go to such people, you will find that Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, no, Kelidru, even today, you get goosebumps for his, you read about him, his talks. His English itself is different ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ Americans. Vivekananda English itself was, it was considered to be something totally different because he was connected to Atman. Obviously, that English which would roar like a lion, which would make such an impact, adu aa time igantu it revolutionized the entire world. That is Medha Shakti. So this refinement we have to carry on, So they say, apart from this kind of, this Medha Shakti will refine an individual, the way he speaks, of not only action, the way he speaks, the way he behaves, the way he interacts with people. What happens is he will start giving up, letting go. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇದು ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ತ್ಯಾಗಿ ಸತ್ವ ಸಮಾವಿಷ್ಟೋ, ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಮಚ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೇ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೇ. This is how. There is one nice lecture by Swami Sarvapriyananda. It is titled The Acts of Detachment. I'm sure Padmini and Suvarchala and some of you would have heard that. Medha madam also. Acts of Detachment. ಎಷ್ಟು beautifully ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ Sarvapriyananda. Let go is the first thing. Peace of mind ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 99% of the things actually don't matter. They don't harm us. So things that don't harm us, no, just let go. If we are in spiritual line, no, we should not alley hit the other, should not keep hammering or asserting, aggressively. We should not do that. We should let go. It's okay. Young children, let go. Older people, let go. Is it really harming me in any way? No. Then why we have to be so adamant on certain things? Let go. That is a first step of detachment. Day to day detachment is no big deal, he says, Swami Sarvapriyananda. No big deal. First you let go small things. And actually I'm telling you, I followed that in very, very crucial thing which is happening in our house right now. Some important thing is taking place, decision is taking place. I just thought, let me apply, let go. What a peace and what a positive atmosphere it brought about. You can't imagine. I can share personally when I discuss, because this will be on public domain, so I cannot share more details, but it works magical, I'll tell you. So we must start practicing. And this Medha Shakti doesn't need any education. Swamiji, I'm reading his explanations very beautifully. I don't want to give up because this has an impact on our personality, our behavior, which has an impact on others at home and outside. So it's important. So he says, uneducated, many times an uneducated person has this Medha Shakti. He is very refined. He is not so crude when compared to an educated person. See, when I went to Spain, I was telling in my last session also, I saw people, Swamiji also was saying, the conduct, my Guruji, the conduct of people, children, everything, they are so well mannered, well behaved with tourists, with others also, the shopkeepers. You ask them, immediately they'll come out and show you the way. Though we don't understand their language, they don't know English. They try to manage with body language as much as possible. And they are what? They are mechanics and small vendors. But they were so qualified. They were so good to us. Whereas in the same aircraft, when I came back, I was comparing. I came back to India, and we had, with due respect, I don't want to generalize, but the minute I wanted to use the restroom and somebody was there, I did not see that it was engaged. There was one lady waiting. I just tried to open it. Immediately she screamed at me. She's not a air hostess. She's a co-passenger. Somebody is there. Can you not see? This is so much in contrast to what I had seen the entire 10 days in Spain. And I'm seeing my own country person talking like this, unknown to me, in an aircraft which is very sophisticated. So, what kind of behavior is this? Highly sophisticated, look very polished, but this was a rude behavior. I was feeling exactly the same what Swamiji tells. It doesn't require any education. It is our own development. Everybody has got some IQ. Just because we are qualified doesn't mean our IQs are very high. No, they are many shopkeepers, many milkmen, vegetable vendors. They are highly intelligent, and much more so if they are basically, or if they are very soft and they have worked on that, their intelligence will shine. That is what is called Medha Shakti. But it's not ultimate Medha Shakti. Ultimate is like Swami Vivekananda, but the refinement keeps happening, he says. Swamiji says. So Medha Shakti talks about the quality of their psyche. Medha Shakti means quality of their psyche. And now with this, Swamiji also says, check whether are you Medhavi or are you an only intelligent person. Look at your mental growth. Where do we stand? Maybe we are bad, but have we shown any improvement over all these years? Or can we start working on that? That is what is the take-home message. And then says that all this Medha Shakti, everything comes with knowledge, wisdom from Bhagavad Gita and other things. So just like we clean our clothes, clean up your mind with noble thoughts. And I would add, which Vedanta says, Bhagavad Purana says, with spiritual practices, with meditation, with control the mind, with connectivity with the divine, we can do that. So this shloka says that a person with who with the medha, psychic energy, he will not differentiate the type of work, and he will accept both with a smile equally. He will accept both with a smile. Uh, Recently, also another one, this girl, no, PepsiCo chairman, Indra Nui. Indra Nui Bagge, somebody, her aunt only, I think her name is something. She's a singer, musician. So she was in one of her videos I saw. Indra Nui, PepsiCo, very famous. I know, I am sure all of you would have heard. She came, she got the order as some CEO, some high position in PepsiCo, because she was a management graduate, and she came running and she wanted to share with her mother. Immediately her mother said, okay, that's okay, but first go and get milk ಅಂತ. ಅವಳು ಇಷ್ಟು I had come with, she brought the milk and then she kept it on the table with lot of anger, and she told her mother with lot of enthusiasm, I thought I should share this news with you, and you sent me, you didn't even listen to me. So mother tells her, whatever it is, what you work outside and what you do at home, they are of the same, both are as important as that. You are getting becoming PepsiCo chairman or director, and becoming the head of this family at home, taking care responsibility, both are the same. So you should not feel inferior that you went and brought the milk. So exactly, we can apply these principles in our day-to-day activities also. Today, everybody, especially in the US, there are no maids because maids are very expensive. They will not invest on that. They do all kinds of, but in India, we still have that, no, assistance by maid. I don't do this work. I cannot do kasa gudslik agalla nange, neer haklik agalla nange. We have been conditioned. We should come out of that. So he says, nahi deha bhrata shakyam त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी सत्यागी इत्यभिधीयते. Andre, he says, anybody an embodied being, that means any organism with the body like us, you cannot entirely give up actions. As we said before, actions cannot be nahi deha bhrata shakyam tyaktum karmani asheshatah. Asheshatam without any, asheshatam is zero. No sheshanta. So karmani, zero karmani. Andre, anybody, any human being who has this body cannot live without working. In simple words, this is the meaning. Therefore, just give up the actions. Anyways, you are working. Therefore, one who relinquishes the fruits of action, he will be called as a tyagi. Because he keeps on giving this, he's called tyagi, he's called tyagi, because that is Arjuna's question. And as we know, Krishna is a great teacher for Arjuna and for us, you and I. So he keeps on repeating in different ways and says, Yun tyagi, idu sattvika tyaga. This is tyaga. This a sattvic person will do. This rajasic will do. This tamasic will do. You decide what you want to be. And he will not tell you to do this, do that. And no enforcement in Sanatana Dharma or Vedanta. There is no enforcement. You choose. You be responsible. You take anta. Adike he says, this kind of tyagi, just to give up the karma phala. Again, as I said, karma phala, sangam tyaktva, phalam tyaktva. Repeat martane. Mattu barte throughout this chapter you will have, because he is taking us towards moksha. And he has to emphasize on that. Whether we get moksha or not, but we will be definitely enlightened to go in that direction. That way he explains. So in this shloka, 11th shloka, he says, anybody with the body, so that is a human, will have to work. So just give up the karma phalatya, give up the expectations. Just do and enjoy and relax, be happy. Anishtam ishtam mishram cha trividham karmana phalam bhavati atyaginam pretya natu sannyasinam kvachit. The people opposite of tyagi and the non-renouncer, one who doesn't want to give up, one who doesn't want to evolve, he understands that there are three types of fruits of action, outcomes, three outcomes: ishtam, anishtam, mishram, right? So people who work without this understanding of tyaga, sattvika and all that, they will define the outcome as, oh, I liked it, I was successful, and tumba ishta aitu, ishtam. Or I never liked this, how much I worked. I didn't, last time we discussed, no, how much I worked, it was total failure, they didn't like it, they didn't appreciate, anishtam. I did not like the way this thing has come out, cooking or whatever, or the way my paper has come out. Or mishram, mix of ishtam, anishtam. I liked it, but not so much. I would have loved if it was like this. So it's a mishra. You have liked it, you have not liked it. So a person who is not aware of this, he is aware means he is not willing to give up. Sattvikavagi, he doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to give up as a sattvic, in a sattvic mode. So such persons, they define, I mean, they understand that any action has got these three. But a tyagi, for them, everything is neutral. There is no ishtam, there is no anishtam, there is no mishram, there is some output, because he has renounced the expectations. Whatever comes, he will take. Ishta, anishta, prashna illa. How difficult it is, no? When you work so hard, don't we expect that it should come out well? But Krishna says, next shloka will come. You can't. It is not directly proportional to your efforts. Even if you are hard working, it doesn't guarantee you success. Even if you work with love and affection, you cook something, last time we said that tea or coffee, there is no guarantee that the other person will appreciate. No, I cannot give any guarantee, because it works by different principles. So a tyagi, sattvika tyagi, will do his work, he'll present his seminar, he'll give his examinations, he will put all his efforts and then leave it to God. Outcome is dependent on many factors. 5 factors, I'll tell you. So he will leave it there. Tirupati laddu, very tasty. We will never question. Adu tasty irli bidli, enu question madala. Devasthanakku hogteve, prasada kodtare. We never question. unless it is a spoiled, and nobody gives a spoiled prasad. Nobody questions the taste. Durga Parmeshwari temple is mane hatra. All temples, wherever you go, Sai Baba temple you go, how beautifully you will nourish that prasadam, no? Henge kodli, 1 spoon sakre kotru kuda, you will appreciate that because you have faith. And prasad is prasad. You will not question, they should have given more sakri, they should have given less sakri. Idella annor yaar andre Rajasika, Tamasika Mandi. But generally who have faith in God, prasad is prasad. Like that we should take the outcomes in life. Outcomes in life, and anything is okay, but if it is not agreeable, if it is not, if it's going to create something, we should work on that. That never says you should sit quiet and accept whatever comes. Inactive agudalla. You should act, but not emotionally entangled. ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಂತ ಮುಗೀತು. I put my effort. I was hoping it will come. It didn't come. It's okay. ठीक है. Whatever comes. What next? Again, sangam tyaktva, phalam tyaktva. I will continue my work. I'll continue my work, but these 2 conditions must be followed by, are followed by sattvic people. It's up to us whether we follow or not. Nobody says you must follow. If you follow, you will be at peace. That's all it is. Detachment brings peace. Expectations bring disappointments. This we have to keep remembering and reinforcing again and again. And every action we must be aware of this. Am I expecting? Am I doing it for my selfishness? 2 things. Am I doing it for my selfishness? That is the objective. And another one is, am I expecting the outcome? No, I should not. If I am, let me stop here. Best ways to say Krishna Arpana, Krishna Arpana, Krishna Arpana. So 3 types of phala a non-sattvika tyagi will consider. Ishtam, Anishtam, Mishram. Bhavati atyaginam. Atyaginam means not a sattvic tyagi. They say Ishtam, Anishtam, Mishram cha. Karmanaha phala. Now, Panchaitani Mahabaho कारणानि निबोध मे सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम् अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथक् पृथग्विधं विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पंचमम्. So he says, Arjuna, Mahabaho, O mighty armed one, these are the 5 causes for accomplishment of all works. Any work, it has to be accomplished. Andre, these are the 5 factors or 5 causes which will decide how the outcome will be. Accomplishment of a task. Simple. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Today I will do walking for, I will do 10,000 steps. Simple. Whether I will do or not is dependent on these 5 factors. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. Every action, not only bodily, thoughts, speech and action. All these 3 types of actions, whether you think, whether you do, everything is determined by these 5 causes as declared in the Sankhya. For to accomplish an action of all karma, any karma, these are the 5 things. What are those? Adhishthanam, that means the body. Adhishthanam means body. Tatha karta, agent, that means I. Pratibha. This body, is this body and Pratibha same? Pratibha is a thinker. Illi kotirodu kelobru soul, smallest soul anta kottare. There is little bit of difference in commentary. I am following Swami Ranganathananji. Adhishthanam is this body. Okay, body and the general body. It is not a identified body, anatomical body. Then karta antandre doer. Okay, the person who has resolved that I will do. I want to walk. I want to go for a walk which will take 10,000 steps. So this body and me, the doer, let's not forget about I am not the doer. Here it is the person who resolves. Second. Third one is karanam. Karanam means instruments, different. If I have to walk, what will walk? My legs will walk, no? Isn't it? My legs will walk, my hands will take my purse, and I will wear my shoes. I will drink water. Maybe I'll take a water bottle because 10,000 steps I have to walk. So Karanam is all those instruments, including the sense organs. Okay. And Vividhascha Pruthak Cheshta. Cheshta means process, action. Like walking, Cheshta, andre what happens? The legs will start moving. The brain will work. Mind will think. The desire will come. The brain will act. It will release the impulses. The muscles will contract. All this is called process. Cheshta. In cheshta andre process, which results in accomplishment of an action. So very simple, no? I decide to go for a walk. This body will get up. That means the karta doer will say, get up. Tell the mind will get up, and the body will start going. And I will start walking. The legs will walk. That's all. But there's a fifth component. It says Daivam. Daivam cha eva atra panchamam. Daivam anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So the body should be prepared. The mind should have an impulse that I should go, desire, strong desire. Munde bartade. How every desire will not be convertible. That also is there. And the body, the legs should work. The instrument should be there. Sense organs should work. The sense organs means that is a karmendriya, jnanendriya, karmendriya. So here it is legs should walk, and fifth one is daiva. Simple act like going for a walk also is not in your hands ಅಂತ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ ಮೇಲೆ what about our examinations? What about our relationships? What about our health? Everything has got these 5 factors. Now, what is this daivam? Daivam means destiny. Daiva means it is. So first is body, then doer. Doer means this. It's a smaller soul. Me, my mind. Third, karta. That is karta. Third one is the instruments, body and other instruments, sense organs and others, instruments of the body. And fourth one is the process. Fifth one is daivam. Daivam ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is ನನ್ನ ದೈವ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. And actually you observe this from today. It is a fact. Simple process, we want to do something, it doesn't happen. And plan ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ. We want to do this, I want to finish this task, I want to complete this, I want to build a house. So many things we plan, but and we feel that it is not an impossibility, but something holds it back, something blocks, something obstructs. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ? ಶನಿ ಕಾಟ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸಾಡೆ ಸಾತಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಸಾಡೆ ಸಾತಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. We cannot rule out, because somewhere Swamiji also says external influences. But Daivam andre, it is our own past karmas which will have an impact on accomplishment of task now. Very subtle, it's sukshmavadantha impact. We assume everything goes well. Karma is only for suffering. No. Why for work? No. You are suffering. You are suffering, and your karma, action, I'm talking about action, are related. Because only when you do good actions, your suffering will come down. To do that good action also, idella support ಬೇಕು. 5 factors he says. And daivam is our destiny, our karma, past karma. Some commentators have told the devatas who are in charge of these indriyas and all. But Swami, 2 others have written, it is nothing but your destiny, means your own karma in the past, which is acting now, which is breaking. Because you see, some students would have put so much of effort. NEET exam you take, CBSE exam ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ, how much they have put effort, day and night, sacrifice ಮಾಡಿ, they have put the effort. Body is there, karta is there, Karana is there. They have gone for coaching classes, taken tuition. They are expecting to be one among the top 100. Declared, the question paper leaked. Yakadu papa? Why? Probably this one. Probably, I am not an expert, but this is what I link to. Same thing happens to us also. Ishtond kashta padtini. Why isn't it happening? It is our past karma. Past karma andre sanchita karma. Sanchita karma andre, it is karma phala, karma, good and bad both. If you are able to accomplish, then your good karma has yielded the results. If with all that you are not able to do, then your bad karma has blocked the success. It's very simple, it is. A sanchita karma is a baggage. And in that, one portion of it gets matured in every life we take, and that becomes a prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma. Part of that, we will utilize. The birth is taken to, you have to spend that karma. This body, ashtu irtadalla, the karma, good and bad, good will give you the good benefits. And you will enjoy the benefits of this world. Bad karma will lead to suffering. Both are leading to bondage. You understand that? Both are leading to bondage because ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕರ್ಮನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ನಾನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರದಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ಬರ್ತದೆ ಆನ್ ಅನ್ ಆವರೇಜ್ ಅನ್ಸಿನ್. ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು ಇದು, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮನ್ಸು ಬಿಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬೋತ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಟು ಬಾಂಡೇಜ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಂಚಿತ ಕರ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಗೇಜ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಬಿಗರ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ we become aware, and if we are wise, and if we get an opportunity to read Bhagavad Gita or listen to Bhagavad Gita, and if we get an opportunity to work on that, if our mind and divine grace is there, we start cleansing that karma. With Bhagavad Gita, chanting, listening, doing, spending so much time, our karma is actually getting cleansed, both good and bad. And the bondage will come down. We are not reading Gita so that we should get money or something. No, if all of us know, whoever is listening to this also, they are going to view this also, they know it is not for money. Bhagavad Gita, I know nobody comes to Gita for money. They come for peace of mind. And as we come, we understand that it is our own karma which is interfering with my peace of mind. So I will do japa, I will do meditation, I will do selfless work. I will refine my Medha Shakti. I will refine my mind. And I will dedicate myself for Loka Sangraha, Sarva Bhuta Hita, for the welfare of everybody. I can sit and think of good. At least I can do that. I'll sit and pray for the benefit. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಇದೆ. Let everybody be at peace. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕರ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿನೇ. ಇದು ಒಂದು, and accept the super conscious. So this, when we do, our karma gets cleansed. Until then, that sanchita karma acts. And let's forget about this sadhana. An ordinary person who doesn't have this wisdom, how does it work? Under that sanchita karma becomes prarabdha karma and it acts. So a person is doing so much of work, effort. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತೇನೆ, ಆ ಆಂಬಿಷನ್ ಈ ಆಂಬಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಎಡಬಹುದು, ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯರ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಎಡವಿ he may stumble, and then one day he will come here. And once he start working on himself or herself, then he will at least prevent what is called agami karma, andre which is going to come. 3 types of karma: sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma. Agami means which I'm going to accumulate in this birth. We already have a baggage because we were ignorant. Good and bad both have happened. There are some good things because of which we are sitting with Gita now, or we are listening to Gita. But there are so many bad things which have happened because we were not knowing. Now that we know, let's be cautious. Let's do more spiritual practice. Let's prevent the agami karma. At least we will not allow new things to happen. This way, this is exactly the meaning of Swami Vivekananda's statement. Man is the maker of his destiny. We make our own destiny. This life, future life. Because destiny is bundle of karma. What we have done in the past, what we have accumulated, adella kargbekkadu. When we purify our mind, it will go. Somebody has told japa, if you do that, japa and work both should go. Japa and selfless work, helpful work, be good to people. I remember how we discussed in the end of the previous session. Let that start from home. Mani olage best, the first thing we should do, because we are all educated, qualified and thinkers, let us let go. Let us let go, because I'm telling from my experience. Because the more we say ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೋದ್ರೆ agami karma ivella, we will be moving away from this. Let go becomes more closer to divine. We want to be closer to divine, isn't it? So let go trivial things. ಇದು ಕಪ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಲೋಟ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ರೂ. But do not be harsh, do not be rough on people for small, small things, because that becomes our egocentric thoughts. Very well, we should tell our team members or our own people, "Yangala hinge." But then when you keep on telling and they don't change, then we can accept it and say, it's okay, theek hai. This is how they are. And we have to but we have to work on ourselves also, our quality. If we are like that, somebody tells us, then we should start improving without taking that, making their comments, taking that in a bitter way. Bitterness ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಾಪ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿಬಿಡು, ಇಸ್ good at that, she's good at that, I appreciate that. And let's start looking. So let us experiment with our neighbors, with our people around, and reduce the agami karma. So then what happens is it will start working, because Krishna wants you to be proactive. Then he will come. Proactive is taking a step to purify yourself, to reduce your ego. And I want to change, Krishna, I want to change. And he's waiting for that. He's waiting for people to approach him so that he will shine, he will manifest, he will hold your hands. That is what he's longing. He's longing to manifest. Ante. That is what Sri Ramakrishna says. He's longing to manifest. We are fools without understanding that, And so these things will help us to, go ahead, and whether karma gets accomplished or not. If we just give up the fruits of action, that also is a karma cleansing activity. Karma cleansing is accept as it comes. Do not resist. Do not, weep. Do not grumble. Do your efforts completely and leave the action. The Krishna has it. I am telling whatever he has told. No, we are still beginners, and I'm also putting a lot of efforts in that direction. It's very interesting. So this way, they say that you can get the best out of it when we have this understanding that any action takes all that. My job is to put my effort, heart and soul, surrender and do. Sri Ramakrishna says, hold God with one hand, divine, perform with the other hand. Of course, you need two hands. That means give your mind, surrender. Work, during work also, remember, he's there, he's the doer. And after work, surrender. Start, hold it one hand, do the action with the other hand. Once you finish the work, surrender with both the hands. That's what is Sri Ramakrishna's statement. So if we do that, then definitely we will be closer to Atman. Our Medha Shakti also will develop. And with that, I think I will conclude for the day. You can add on your opinion. So what impressed me with every round, I'm learning more and more insights we are getting. And I think Padmini and Kavita also can add second round. No, last time with also people were there. Whatever is your opinion, please, you're free to express. Actions in the moksha andre ಎಷ್ಟು beautiful ನೋಡಿ. Whatever we are doing, do it in this direction. That's what he says. So open for discussion.
You were telling about a person who is at a highest thing, and next day he could become nobody. Anta.
Yes, madam.
I was just remembering the Venezuelan president.
Okay.
He was a president of a country, and he was taken up by, USA army came and they just took him away and they put him in the jail. Yeah. So from being the president of a nation, he's become now a kaidi.
And how he should live in those conditions.
Yeah.
That's what, anything can happen to anybody.
Blink of an eye, he lost everything what he had. Yeah.
Yes. This is a very classic example that worldly things are very transient. Very, very transient. Anything can happen. Yes, madam. Very classic example you have given. That's right.
One thing I observed in my career is
Sir.
Many times we heard the comment, that is not my job.
Yes.
Many times we heard this comment, that's not my job.
Mm.
Exactly, this comment should not be there.
It should not be there. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳೋದು correct, sir.
Because when I went to PGI Chandigarh, the first day I went to OT, and I was the junior person in that. No?
Correct.
Then the HOD was our unit head. So HOD came inside and started scrubbing, and we were watching everything. Then he started operating. We watched the operation. Then he shifted the patient on the trolley.
Oh.
To my surprise, he pushed the trolley.
Yes. Noted.
And I was looking at him. And he immediately came to know about that. And he took me outside, put his hand on my shoulder. Come. I said. He said, every work, no work is inferior in your profession. So the way you looked at me, you are surprised. Surprised.
Correct.
Correct, sir. You must feel happy to do that, or you get a pleasure in doing it.
Doing that.
And you should not say, this is not my job.
Correct.
Because there, the person who is doing the job may not be available at that time.
Available. How do?
Unnecessarily waits there.
Yeah.
And the trolley may be needed for somebody else.
Yes.
So these are all interconnected things.
Yes.
Whoever is there, whatever work is there, you just do it.
Do it. Correct.
So this is what I learned there. And that was the first lesson I learned in the operation theatre.
Yes.
That means you do whatever is there, you do it.
Correct. It's very good, this one, sir, approach. Yakandre, especially patient care, it suffers. Patient is this one, you have to do it, and you should. Another madam knows, Varsha, you know, madam Varsha.
Yeah.
You know that story, no? Her father's story. Her father he was a gynecologist.
I know.
You know that, no? A patient was needed a bedpan.
No, that story I don't know.
He was taking clinics in a general ward. And that patient was calling the Aya. Barri, and the general ward alle clinics nadita ittalla avaga. We used to have cases and all. Immediately he went to the government hospital. That Aya was not there. Nurse also was not there. I don't know what. He went, he got the bedpan and he gave it to the patient. Can you beat this also, as sir said? See, he's a HOD for OBG. And because nobody was there, and students, I doubt whether any student would have done that. He just went and he gave the bedpan. Another faculty was there. Ali, she was getting pain. When this was a story told to us, we were not his students. When we were attending clinics, one faculty was there. She was what the patient bandu akka anta she general ward alle ಆ patient ಬಂದು ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮುಟ್ಟಿ ಮುಟ್ಬಿಡ ನನಗ, don't touch me. Another extreme of behavior. Another faculty a bit bedpan ದೂರ ಹೋಯ್ತು. She is not letting her touch her. In papa adu poor patient, she wanted to know something because nurses irliಲ್ಲ. Clinics ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ by 12:30 ಅವ್ರು ಏನೋ ತರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಡೆಂಟ್ ತರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಿದ್ರು. So she was touching her. Akka, doctor ಮುಟ್ಬೇಡ ನನಗ, ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ಯಾರಲ್ಲ, don't call that, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳು ಅಂತ. But on the other hand, what Anand sir said and what Dr. S.N. Kaulgud, is called S.N. Kaulgud anta, he gave bedpan to the patient. So most these people are examples, great examples actually for what Krishna says. No work is inferior. Correct, sir. Any other opinions? Padmini, Kavita, Suvarchala, would you like to add?
To add sir, the comment on Dr. S.N. Kaulgud.
Sir.
I worked under him.
Oh, yeah. Is it, sir? KMC Hubli?
Yeah, no, Ballari.
Oh, he was in Ballari, correct.
Also then